Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the domino. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Well, this certainly doesn't look good, because even though I am quite surprised to see the lengths that Goku Black was shown putting himself through in order to obtain such a sinister power, I do, however, hope that our heroes are indeed ready for what they're about to go and face down there. Because anything less than their absolute best, then they could all go and kiss their lives goodbye within the battle.
As our story now continues following the initial events of Goku Black having to now unveil his newly found Makaioshin transformation, as even now with future Zamasu out of the equation following the initial attack that Goku Black had committed upon him, it was only as our heroes were now beginning to discuss of a plan was when Goku then went on to chime in, "Bro, this doesn't look like it'll be an easy battle here, Vegeta, and so how do you think we should go and approach him down there?" With Vegeta responding, "So bro, we'll need to try and find some kind of an opening that'll expose any weakness of his that this new form of his is going to have if we hope to stand a chance here against him." Well, if this form of his is supposed to mimic what it's like for him to draw his full potential out like Gohan, Goku continues, along with being able to combine that with the power of destruction, then we should. But then, it was only surprisingly now from out of nowhere in between both Goku and Vegeta was when full-powered Super Saiyan Broly had then taken initiative in going as far as to take liberties within his own hands in going after Goku Black by himself, as Vegeta then went on to shout, "What the? Oh, damn it! Wait! What is he doing? No, wait, Broly, don't do it!" Goku then shouts. "We don't know what it is that we're going up against down there with him, and so you've got to try and calm down and listen to us! Broly, don't do this!" As Vegeta then went on to continue, "Oh, damn him! He's went and lost complete control of himself and is now acting on his instincts to go and attack, and so he is not within the right state of mind to act on his own. So the brute volunteers to offer himself as being the first of my many victims here against you all now, does he? Well, good. Then let us start by setting the example by showing you the difference between our power, along with why your uncontrollable rage will only take you so far, Saiyan. Now let me ask, what do you think true power is without the ability to control and use it the way it was intended? Well, it's simple. For raw power without any proper direction to guide it to where it needs to be is useless. To which only then seconds later within that very moment, as Broly was then shown having to have shards of glass impaled all throughout his body, was when Goku Black then went on to continue, "And with this pain that you are about to experience, I just want you to know one thing, and that is no matter how strong that you think you are, and no matter how tough you assume for your warrior spirit to be, primal savages like yourself will never be comparable to the true might of an actual god." To which it was only then with just the snap of his fingers, with Goku Black then shown having to explode Broly in the sky before Broly's body was shown making its way back down, was when Gohan then went on to chime in, "That monster has absolutely lost it, and we just can't stand around here and watch him carry this out like this." "Oh, and can you feel that just now?" Gohan questions. "Broly's energy, it's completely fallen," as Piccolo then went on to chime in. "And what's even more chilling is that he did it with ease, which is telling, because this only now means that Goku Black is far stronger now than how he was ever originally shown being just a few moments ago after all. And what's even worse is that he truly wasn't bluffing about what he was able to do with this power of his either. And so if he was able to go and take Broly down like that, Piccolo continues, then we've got to be careful or else we're next. Oh, just great. And although he doesn't look good down there, Piccolo adds, he still seems to be alive down there, which is all that matters right now because we can't afford to have anyone perish in this battle against him, and so he's lucky, with Gohan responding, no, we can't allow for this to stand, and so we've got to try and make a move on him now, while we still have the capacity to go and do it all together, or else he'll go and do onto each of us, just as it was that he just did with Broly if we do it alone. And now then, with one down, Makaioshin Goku Black went on to then respond, that just leaves 4 who remain, and so I'll try and offer you all 3 chances to try, Black adds, which essentially means 3 strikes and you're done. So while I'll go and allow for you all to go and do as you wish if you think that it'll make any sort of difference against me, as once I count you all down after your 3 attempts of attacking me is when this long fabled story of ours comes to an end. And so you'd better make each attempt count because you won't be given another chance to go and try any of it against me again. But it was only just upon with Makaioshin Goku Black being shown having to say this was when Ultra Ego Vegeta and Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku were then shown having to make their way down towards him, as Goku then went on to respond, Vegeta, we have no other choice, and so we've got to go and attack him now and see if we could move him, with Vegeta responding, well, whatever this power of his is capable of, try not to get caught in between its clutches, Kakarot. But even then, despite with both Goku and Vegeta attempting to attack Black at the same time, with Black being shown having to grab onto their attacks by stopping them, was when Goku Black then went on to respond, so you choose to go and attack me as one now, do you? Just like old times, isn't that right? But do you want to know the difference between then and now, Black questions? Because it should be crystal clear to you right now as I am, for I have become everything that the 2 of you have ever even dreamed of becoming, which is why you are still shown struggling, whereas I am at my absolute peak, mortals. And this is why you are both weak, because unlike you, I fight without fear. And that is why you are both weak, because unlike you, I fight without fear. And without the concept of fear to eat away at my growth like how it did before, Black adds, I am without flaws. As even with despite Goku Black being shown having to swipe Ultra Ego Vegeta away upon being shown attempting to hit Goku, with Goku being shown leaning out of the way, was when Goku then went on to respond, oh, not a chance, cause you're delusional to think that we aren't going to do whatever it is that we need to if it means taking you down once and for all, just like it once was when we went and had taken you down before, with Black responding, why, you insolent little, well, try and avoid me all that you want, Black says, because if you truly think that running away and keeping yourself from having me reach you is going to work against me, well then I want you to watch and see how wrong you fools truly are to think that I haven't went and prepared myself for everything. But how's about I continue to go and show you by going out of my way to go and take out another, Black says, and who better to go and target next than you, wretched Namekian. As it was only from out of nowhere with Black shown having to avoid Vegeta's strike upon being shown teleporting behind Piccolo, and from that point them being shown having to knock Piccolo back down onto the ground, was when Gohan then went on to shout, no, what have you done? Oh no, Piccolo, hang on, Piccolo! I'm coming, and so just try and hang on! Oh, damn you, Black! He was off guard, and you know it! With Black then having to respond, and then there were 3, and ironically the 3rd and final chance that you mortals will be given to go and try to compete with me, because in case you've already forgotten, once I decide that your time here against me is finally up and ready to be over, will be the very moment where I will go and carry out what I set to go and accomplish a long long time ago. And that is to go and rid you worms of your miserable lives for good. But even then, while this was all shown happening, surprisingly enough elsewhere, as Zamasu was then shown on the ground yet still alive and moving the rubble off of his body as he was struggling to breathe, as Zamasu then went on to utter, "Oh, they can't fail against him. I must try and find a way to stop him while I'm still able to fight. But please, whatever he throws your way, do not allow for him to win. You must not let this monster have his way and win. This is our one and only chance, and so now, Vegeta, quickly, go and try to hold him in place, and I'll go and hit him with my Kamehameha immediately, and so hurry. Bro, I'm going to do more than just hold that coward in his place, because I'm going to go and tear that ugly body of his apart when I reach him. Now try not to miss, and you better make this quick, Kakarot." Well now, was I lying when I told you that there was more to me than meets the eye when I first touched down onto this planet, Gohan? But then, it was only from out of nowhere, with Ultra Ego Vegeta shown having to swoop in with a ferocious punch to Black's face upon also being shown knocking his Potara off, was when Vegeta then went on to respond, "Bro, stop attempting to go and talk down to us and understand that we aren't going to let you get away with what you've done." But even then, with Goku Black shown slowly having to turn his head and acknowledging the fact that Vegeta's attacks simply weren't going to work, was when Goku Black then went on to turn his attention towards Vegeta by then responding, my, such aggression, Vegeta. But I'd be lying if I said that I didn't feel that one just now, which I'm actually surprised myself, to say the least. But I'm starting to wonder on how long you can try to keep that going before you tire yourself out. Well, how's about we go and put this little theory of mine to the test and see? Which within that very moment back with Goku, before Goku was even able to fire off his Kamehameha upon having to notice the falling Potara having to make its way down, was when Goku then went on to respond, hey, wait, is that? Yes, it's his Potara earring. But of course, and with Vegeta shown knocking it off his ear, maybe, just maybe that Potara could prove to be much more useful to us in the long run. I'd have to go and try to retrieve it before Black does, and so it's better to be safe with one than without it. How truly amazing. Isn't this quite the sight to behold? Black questions upon being shown grabbing onto Vegeta and Gohan's attacks. For I'm sure that neither of you had ever expected to face me here today, let alone get the chance to witness such a monstrous level of power. But now I want to know, so are you starting to see that you are all without a chance of winning? Black questions. As if I didn't take the time that I had to look into your evolutions. No, for I made sure to go and do just that, so that moments like these would become an absolute reality for me, along with it becoming an absolute nightmare for you. As I knew that by evolving this body the way I did, Black proceeded upon being shown smashing Vegeta and Gohan's body together, would it only grant me the power that I was looking for in order to crush any of you who dares to stand in my way, like how it was that you were all shown doing before, as the only thing that is missing now is my direct Kaioshin link that'll ensure my status as a permanent god too. And if that revolting little backstabbing Kaioshin Zamasu wasn't meant to be my direct link, Black adds, then I will go and find another once I am done slaughtering all of you, along with every last living soul on this disgusting planet, mortals. For this is why I am the way that I am, and maybe now you can open your eyes to what it was that I had said to be true, as you should already come to grips with the fact that none of you, even while you try to band together, will never be strong enough to overcome me. Oh darn it, what an absolute mess. Goku went on to proceed by running towards the Potara, but I have to go and hurry and reach that Potara Potara earring because maybe it could be some kind of use to us in the long run if and only if we can prove to hold him off long enough while we're able to fight together. And so I'll need to just go and hold on to that thing just in case we have no other choice but to use it. However, the only problem now is that we only have one, which means that if anything, without another earring, I'll be forced to maybe go and try to ask the Supreme Kai to lend me his if we're backed into a corner with no other means of escaping or beating him. But even then, I hope that I'm not too late. And so where is it? Ah, yes, there it is. And it's still in one piece, and it doesn't look like it's broken in any kind of way either, but there appears to be something more that I'm sensing, and it's faint, but I can sense something around the area here, but what could that be? We watched Zamasu get blown away by Black, and so it can't possibly be Zamasu, can it? No, I've got to try to dig around here and see what I could find and locate whatever kind of power that is that I'm feeling. Oh, curse that bastard, Vegeta went on to then quickly sit back up by then responding. And just how in the world did we manage to land ourselves in a situation like this is beyond me, but either way, there must be some kind of weakness to this form of his that we have yet to exploit. There just has to be, for no warrior, no matter how divine, is without their blind spots, Vegeta continues. And with the way he appears to be wielding that destroyer power of his, only goes as far as to imply that he's not only just mimicking the strength of a god of destruction, but has rather studied their methods of how to use it in combat too. And yet in that imitation, Vegeta continues, upon Makaioshin Black being shown attacking Gohan, there must lie some kind of vulnerability, for my victory against him lies not only in having to overpower him, but in outmaneuvering him as well, further exploiting the moments where his destruction becomes his biggest opening, which will then inevitably lead him to make many mistakes along the way, Vegeta continues. And that's where I'll need to go and take him, but thus far, it only looks as though he may have gone as far as to conceal any weakness that this form of his may have, and so I'll need to go and try and continue to push my way through and find whatever I can before he destroys us in the process. Oh, but what is it? He's holding back, which means that he's likely intending to continue fighting us until he more than likely breaks us all down one by one. But in the time where he goes and continues to fight us, Vegeta adds, there must be something that we can throw his way that'll slow him down and give us the window of opportunity that we've been hoping for, and from there going as far as to put an end to this freak once and for all. But meanwhile, back with Goku, while in the process of being shown retrieving the fallen Potara earring, it was only just as Goku was beginning to then sense something was when Goku then went on to add, now where could that be coming from? It's faint, but I can still feel it nearby, but just where am I supposed to? Wait a minute, there, Goku shouts. It's Zamasu, and it looks like he's still alive. Yes! No, I've got to go and hurry, to which as Goku was then shown teleporting towards Zamasu and having to then find him was when Goku then went on to question, hey, are you alright? Now hang on, try not to move around too much because you're in really bad shape, but boy, am I glad to see that you're still alive, Zamasu, and so now just hold on, okay? Son Goku, so you're still alive yourself. Good. I'm sorry for not being able to stop him when I did, as I just wasn't strong enough to do it, with Goku then responding, hey, listen, it's not your fault, okay? You were blindsided by him, and so you couldn't have known that this would happen, but I'm going to give you a bit of my energy now, so that way you can stand back up. But then, it was only just as Zamasu had gone as far as to interrupt Goku by stopping him was when Zamasu then went on to add, oh, stop it. Don't be ridiculous to go and waste your energy on me, as it won't do you any good by giving me your power, but I need you to listen to me very carefully, Goku. With the little bits of time that we have left that remains, and while we are still able to fight, if we continue to wage this war against him as we currently are, then it's only going to be a matter of time before he destroys you all if something isn't done. And while fighting him alone will only get you all so far, after looking through the annals of history and witnessing your first battle against him, I can now see what must be done, and so you must find a way to go and make this count, or else all will be lost if you don't. And so now listen, take my Potara earring along with the one that was shown falling off of Black's ear, and use them both while there's still a bit of time that remains to fuse with Vegeta immediately. And since I've seen you and Vegeta use these Potaras before Zamasu adds. Our only chance lies in having you both fuse if we hope to put a stop to Goku Black once and for all, and so now hurry! For if you don't go and take these few minutes that we have to go and do this, then our only hope of destroying that abomination and putting an end to his terror would have all been for nothing. For I saw how great your fusion once was against my counterparts, and with the knowledge that you have on the Potaras being limited with the amount of time that you have, take this moment to go and remember what it is that I am telling you and go and use fusion and obliterate that monster once and for all. And so now go and do it now while the others are able to still hold his attention, so that way this doesn't fail. Please, Goku, you must hurry, with Goku responding, fusion? But how are we to be so sure that it'll work this time, especially when considering on how me and Vegeta had diffused a lot quicker than what we thought we would the moment we tried to go and use more of our full power against you. I mean them, the other, Zamasu fusion guy, with Zamasu responding, I'm not, and so there's no telling on what may happen once you go and fuse with him again, but no matter the outcome, Zamasu adds, this is the greatest shot at stopping him because we won't be able to survive if we go and continue to fight him alone, and so now take this and do what you must. Now please don't make me regret this, Son Goku, for I trust that you will go and do what you can so that way this could all be over, with Goku responding, oh man, well if that's the case then I'll go and try to get Vegeta to try and agree with me in using these one more time, so that way we could go and use the knowledge of our battle against Merge Zamasu from the last time and go all out from the beginning and destroy that monster for good. But it was only just before Goku was shown having to take off and trying to get Vegeta to agree with him was when Zamasu had gone as far as to grab onto Goku's shirt by then responding, listen, I want you to look at me and swear that you will do everything within your nature to go and use those earrings and finish that beast off while we still have the time, as whoever it is that he claims to be is not what represents me, for him and I could not be further apart, and so you have to make sure that you will go and use them, and if not with Vegeta then with somebody else, but as long as they are used, then we cannot win. Do you understand? You must use them, and unless a miracle were to happen and we are able to somehow slow him down, whether that is due to our own efforts or as a result of that form of his backfiring, these Potaras are all that stand between life and death, and so you must hurry, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Goku Black's resurrection manga chapter number 18 special then comes to a close.
Actually, I'll go and take it from here, as I do want to go as far as to address something with all of our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the following information, if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly missing out on so much without you even knowing. As not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link it all down in the description box below and pinned comment section. Now I will go as far as to say that even though I am quite shocked to see the lengths that Goku Black had went to in order to achieve such a dangerous level of power, what's even more frightening about it all is the way he appears to be using it in battle against our heroes too. But even now, while hope appears to be dwindling away more and more with each passing moment, there is, however, a small window of opportunity that lies in wait for them if they wish to survive. But will they be able to capitalize is the question, because if they don't, they could go and kiss everything they've ever grown to love and know goodbye, so you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. So we hope that you all enjoyed today's video, as before you leave, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as subscribing to UnrealEntGaming's channel in case you are new around here. We thank you all for watching and hope you all have a wonderful day, everyone, as we'll see you all in the next one.
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.